Raghav never expected silence to sound like this. One moment, he was in a hospital bed, machines beeping like stubborn reminders that time was running out. His children's faces hovered over him, blurred by tears, broken by helplessness. The faint smell of antiseptic lingered in the room, but even stronger was the scent of fear, of endings. Then, in an instant, the noise stopped. The tears, the beeping, the world, gone. What replaced it was silence so pure, so endless, it felt like eternity holding its breath. He opened his eyes and found himself standing before a great gate shimmering with light. It wasn't gold, nor silver, but something brighter, as if every sunrise he had ever missed was now gathered in one place. At his feet lay a suitcase, leather-bound, sturdy, familiar, though he could not remember ever carrying it there. Before Raghav could make sense of it, a figure stepped out of the glow. An old gatekeeper, robes flowing softly, like the wind itself, eyes kind but carrying centuries of weariness. The man's voice, when he spoke, was both gentle and heavy, like truth itself, leaning down. "You may carry one suitcase with you to the other side." Raghav's heart leapt. Surely this was his reward. He glanced down at the suitcase and thought, this must be everything I've earned, everything I've built. My life's work, safe in this one place. He knelt, placed trembling hands on the handle, and for the first time in years, a smile curved his tired lips. All his years of working late nights, the business empire, the wealth, the properties, the trophies that had once stood gleaming in glass cabinets, it must all be inside. Proof that his life had mattered. Finally, he could rest, carrying his success into eternity. But when the suitcase was unlatched, the smile fell from his face. His chest caved. It was empty. Not a single house. Not a single medal. Not even the photographs where he had stood tall, applauded, admired. Only dust lay at the bottom, dry and silent. "This can't be," Raghav whispered, his voice cracking like a child's. His hands shook as he clutched at the emptiness. "I gave my entire life for these things. I sacrificed everything for them." The gatekeeper's gaze softened with pity. "You can only carry what you gave away in love. Money, possessions, titles, they belong to the earth. They vanish at the gate. What remains are the moments of kindness, the laughter you shared, the love you gave. Did you pack those?" The words sank like stones into Raghav's chest. His mind spun with memories, sharp as knives now. He saw his daughter at the school gate, small hands gripping her bag, eyes scanning the crowd for him. He had promised to come. Instead, he had been too busy. He saw his son, holding up a drawing with proud little hands. A house, a son, a family smiling. Raghav barely glanced at it. The email flashing on his phone had seemed more urgent. He saw his wife waiting at the balcony one evening, asking softly, "Shall we go for a walk? Another time, shall we have tea together? Another time, can we sit in silence? Just us." And his answer, always the same. Not now, maybe later. Later never came. He remembered his parents too, waiting for calls that never arrived. Birthdays where his chair sat empty, festivals where they prayed for his presence more than any god. And in that moment, Raghav understood. His suitcase had been filled with everything except the things that truly mattered. The gatekeeper then lifted another suitcase, smaller, fragile, worn at the edges. "This one you did not pack," the man said softly. "Others packed it for you." Raghav's eyes widened. He opened it with trembling hands. Inside lay moments he had forgotten, tiny acts he had never counted as anything at all. The night he quietly slipped money into his friend's pocket so he could stay in school. The rainy evening he stopped to help a stranger push a broken-down car. The rare night he canceled a meeting just to play cricket in the street with his son. Little things, fleeting sparks. Yet the suitcase glowed with them, bright and warm, as if heaven itself had been stitched into those moments. Raghav dropped to his knees, tears streaming freely now. His body shook with regret. All his life, he had chased treasures that dissolved at the gate. And here, in the silence of eternity, the truth stood unshakable. Only what we give away in love can follow us across. And yet, the story does not end with Raghav. Because his journey is finished, but yours is not. Right now, as you hear this, there is a suitcase at your feet. Every choice you make, every word of kindness, every sacrifice, every hug, every call to your parents, every bedtime story you tell your children instead of scrolling through emails, all of it is being packed. One day, your suitcase too will be opened. And on that day, no one will ask how big your house was, how much money sat in your account, or how many titles followed your name. They will ask only one question: how deeply did you love? Schools will teach you equations, theories, history, and facts. But they will not teach you the value of an hour spent on the floor building blocks with your child. They will not teach you how priceless it is to sit with your parents and listen to their stories while you still can. They will not teach you how crushing the weight of later becomes when later never comes. That is the lesson you must learn before the gate. While your hands are still warm, while your heart still beats. While there is still time to fill your suitcase, not with dust, but with love. And if you want to hear more stories like this, stories schools never taught us, but life will demand we learn, make sure to subscribe. Your suitcase is waiting,